Hey YouTube, it's Sasha. I know it's been a long time since I talked to you guys, but I have a lot to tell you, and not a lot of time to do it. So let me start by saying that as of right now, my weight is 254 pounds. I was sleeved June the 7th of last year, and I'm not 100% happy about the fact that, I've only lost, maybe a total of 65 pounds, something like that. Um, But the thing is this, is I think I haven't been on for a while because I really didn't know how to say what it is that I need to say. I said from in the very beginning, all my videos, that when I do this, it's because I'm trying to help somebody else. And people, because of the responses that I get from my videos and, the text messages that people send me on Facebook or whatever, they always ask me, where are you? How are you doing? How's your weight loss? Some people see my pictures and things and say, oh, you and your husband look great, and blah, blah, blah. I'm personally not satisfied with that. However, um, I feel like for my surgery being, June of last year, it's been over a year now. I feel like I should be a little further along in my weight loss than I should be. I don't blame anybody but myself because I have cut corners, which brings me to what I'm going to tell you. I had gone to my doctor for my final visit because with my surgeon, you get years worth of visits or what have you. And I went to see my surgeon for my final visit in June, and when I went, I had gained 12 pounds. It hurt me to my soul. I cried something terrible because it was like, what? But I realized that what had happened was I got off track because I was so far into my schooling that I wasn't paying attention to my weight loss and realizing that, or reminding myself, yes, this is a total lifestyle change. You can't revert back to the same things that you were doing before. For instance, I'm not a breakfast person, so I don't eat a lot of breakfast. I never did, even before surgery. I never ate breakfast a lot. However, breakfast, as they say, is the most important part, is the most important meal of the day. That's something that you need to do simply because it jumpstarts the metabolism so that you can lose weight. I finally had to get that in my head. I mean, I heard what they said, but I just don't have time. I don't have time to sit down and fix breakfast in the morning when I got, two children I got to get out for school. My husband I got to get out for work. I got to make sure everybody's clothes and stuff is together. Make sure homework was done that wasn't done the night before. Stuff like that. Make sure clothes is ready. I got laundry. I got stuff. I have a life. You know what I mean? And sometimes I just don't have time to eat breakfast. So what I would do is I would run out in the morning. I'd grab me a cup of coffee, and I might stop at the school cafeteria and might grab something there, which is not a good idea because everything in the school cafeteria is not nutritious, especially for someone who's had bariatric surgery. Okay, yeah, they have yogurt and cereal and muffins and biscuits and all that other kind of stuff. Great nutritional breakfast, but when you just had bariatric surgery, you don't need to be eating muffins and biscuits and drinking all whole milk and all this other kind of stuff. Those are things that you don't need to do. So yes, I have been cutting corners. What I would do, thinking that it was okay, because I'm still very restricted in what I eat. Um, I cannot eat a lot. I still can't eat a lot. I can't eat no more than a cup of food at a time. If I do, it hurts. God knows I've tried, not, intentionally, because you know how sometimes something is just good and you just like, wow, I want some more of that. And you try to go back and get it. Okay, that's not a good idea because that hurts. Um, for the most part, I need to go back to staying away from starch. Um, because starch is no good. I mean, when you look, you forget to go to the gym sometimes. I kind of didn't know how to say something to you guys because you do these things to try to help people, so they can see your progression, so you would encourage them to do these things. However, I'm doing this now because it's not as easy as it seems. Understand that your sleeve that you had, or your pouch for those who may have had RNY surgery, is just a tool. Okay, it's just something to help you lose weight. You still need to continue to eat right. You still need to continue to go to the gym. My God, my trainer, she wants me to exercise my butt off, and it's like, really, lady, I can barely breathe, and she still wants to keep pushing me. I get that. I understand. However, you have to want to do it. You know what I mean? You can't just be like, okay, well, I had surgery, you lose a few pounds and it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not all good. Because I mean, even though you'll never be the same size that you was before, um, the fact that you gain weight is like a slap in the face. For some of us who may have put out money, some of us whose insurance paid for these things, it's like, okay, why did I go and get cut up for and I gain the weight back, or I'm starting to gain weight? The purpose for doing this is to lose weight. But what we need to realize is that in order to lose weight, you have to change your lifestyle. You cannot go to the school or stop at McDonald's and grab a burger off the dollar menu. Okay, it's still a whole lot of fat. It's still fried. It's a lot of fat going in it. Then you got two buns with a whole bunch of ketchup, mustard, and all that other kind of mess that's on there. You cannot do that. Or say, okay, I'm thirsty. Instead of grabbing a bottle of water, go grab a Slurpee. And I'm guilty of that. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's sugar free, you know what I'm saying? Because what happens is once you start to do those things, then you'll forget or not even care that, okay, well, yeah, I grabbed a Slurpee, but it was only a small one. Or I, like in my case, I'll go to school and say, okay, I have a coffee and a muffin. I ate breakfast. Okay, but that muffin has what, maybe 250 calories in it all by itself. You know what I'm saying? Um, you have to think about things like that, and it's hard. It is so hard, but it is a lifestyle change, and you have to be willing to do that. And if you're not willing to change your lifestyle, it's no point in having this surgery. It's no point in getting cut up. Some people heal well, some people didn't. My husband had complications after his surgery. Thank the Lord, he's doing fine. For all of you who asked, he's doing fine. He's still losing weight. We're about the same size. But he is doing well. He's definitely losing weight. He's trying to get back on track. I'm getting back. I'm back on track now. I done started eating, my 4 ounces a day. One thing about our tool, our sleeve, will go back to size. Okay, I may have stretched my sleeve a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because I can eat more than what I could in the beginning. But the best thing about it is that it can go back down to size if you go back to the basics. I'm not saying go back to drinking liquids and things of that nature, but if you start to eat, your 4 ounces, every meal like you're supposed to, trust me, it will go back to size because it's working for me. Now, I stopped exercising at one point in time because finals was kicking my butt. Midterms, I just didn't have time. I was failing my math class, so it was like everything I did, I put to the side just so I could pass my math class. I still failed it, but, I was studying my butt off. It wasn't like I just was not going or just was being lazy about the situation. It just wasn't a priority for me at that time. But now it is a big priority to me because I refuse to go back to how big I was in the very beginning. When I very first started researching all this, I was 315 pounds. Okay, I lost 15 pounds before surgery, and at my surgery, I believe I was 300 pounds, 299 or 300 pounds, something like that. So I've lost a total of 65 pounds, but I gained 12 of it back. So when she told me that I gained the 12 pounds back, I was hurt. I was literally sick. I cried something terrible. So I gave myself a migraine because I didn't want to. The purpose for me having the surgery in the beginning was for me to be healthier, was for me to not be a diabetic. Diabetes runs in my family, and I was a type 2 diabetic. I'm still a type 2 diabetic. Even though my sugar, even though my sugar has normalized some. It's definitely lower than it normally is. At one point in time, my sugar being 160 was good for me. Now my sugar stays around anywhere between 120 or 150, depending on what I eat. However, that's no good. So I'm back on the metformin again, 500 milligrams of metformin once a day. I have to do that. I don't eat a lot of sugar though, but understand that carbohydrates turn to sugar in a diabetic's body. So when you eat carbohydrates, starches, corn, um, breads, things like that, they tend to turn to sugar, in my body anyway. and that's what's keeping my sugar elevated. So what I did was um, get speak with my surgeon about a program that he has called Back on Track, and that's what I'm doing now. So right now I'm back on track. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm back to, you got to measure your food. I'm back to doing that. You got to be so careful what you eat. You have to be dedicated and determined, to do this. And a lot of people will see me and say, "Oh, Sasha," or Robin, because my name is Robin, but everybody calls me Sasha. They'll be like, "Oh, Robin," or "Sasha, you lost so much weight," blah, 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 blah. Me personally, I don't see where I've lost a lot of weight, and I probably never will, because I found out that when you are obese, or when you are a person um, who has been big all your life, or has gained a lot of weight, or what have you, you may not see your weight loss, but other people can. So people who haven't seen me, say in a couple of weeks or maybe a month or so, they're like, "Wow, you lost so much weight," or whatever. But I don't see where I've lost the weight. So I personally am not satisfied with my weight loss. Before I finish, I'm gonna give you a full body shot so you can see. I'm still wearing the same clothes I wore. I'm still at 1820, where I was when I did my before and after shots round for my birthday in January. I'm still at 1820. Um, I'm definitely getting back on track now. And I just encourage all of you to do the same thing. Remember to stick to your diet. You will be on a diet for the rest of your life. And if you cannot accept that, there's no point in doing this surgery. There's no point in, killing yourself at the gym, or working out and all of these things, because you have to understand, and I keep saying that it is a tool, but I really want you to get that it is a tool. And if you don't use it as a tool and do the rest of the things that you need to do to accompany that tool, it's not going to work for you. So you can't say, "Well, Dag, I want my money back," or "I'm going to sue them because I didn't lose the weight that he said I could lose," and this, that, and the third. The thing is, you can lose the weight that you need to lose, but it's things you have to do with it. It's just like if you're on a regular diet, you can't just say, "Okay, well, I'm going to cut back on this, I'm going to cut back on that." You have to exercise. You have to count calories. I think I'm not going to say I regret getting this sleeve. I probably should have gotten the gastric bypass, just my own personal self. And the reason I say that is because when you have the gastric sleeve, there's no restrictions on what you can eat. You can eat whatever you want to eat. You know what I mean? You can eat whatever you want to eat. However, with the bypass, you cannot. I know a couple of people, and in speaking with my surgeon, um, when having the bypass, you have like the dumping syndrome. It doesn't feel too good, but it works because it lets you know, okay, I can't eat that anymore. You know what I mean? I have a girlfriend, and I'm jealous, but in a good way. You know what I'm happy for her, but I'm pissed off at myself, because this girl, she lost over almost 200 pounds. She was 411 pounds, well, like 5'2" and 411 pounds. She lost almost 200 pounds right now. And she had her surgery in August of last year. And she lost more weight than I did. And that thing looked good too. Oh, that girl looked good. Oh, she looked good. And I'm not jealous of the fact that she looks better than me. What I'm jealous of is that I didn't do it too. Okay, not so much not so much the bypass, but the fact that I should be where she is right now, considering my surgery was 2 months ahead of hers, and considering, I'm taller than she is. She was definitely bigger than I was, but the point is, she lost the weight fast. She lost the weight like she was supposed to do. Like she was supposed to do it. She's eating what she's supposed to eat. She's doing what she's supposed to do. And I'm pissed off at myself because I knew better, and I didn't do what I was supposed to do. So this is nobody's fault but my own. But right at this moment, I'm back on track. I pray to God that I stay where I am right now, because I don't want to gain any more weight. I do not want to be a diabetic. I want my blood pressure to stay regulated. Right now, my blood pressure is fine. I'm even going through an issue right now where, because of the weight that I have lost, my breasts are too heavy. So the doctor wants me to have a breast reduction, because my body at one point in time was able to carry the weight of my breast, and now it cannot. It's hurting my back. It's a problem for my back. Right now I'm a 46 double D. Okay. Um and it hurts my back. With me, like you see me sitting up because my breasts, they pull my body down, and it makes me feel comfortable this way. However, it's hurting my back me sitting this way. So I have to sit up. I have to have posture. Um, to the point where I have to see what do you call those people? Not people. What do you call those people that you go to like for car accidents where you got physical therapy. I have to go to physical therapy, and they have to put things on my back and stuff like that. So I'm in the process now of considering having a breast reduction. My husband said the devil is a liar because he's not feeling this breast reduction thing, but I had to let him know, honey, this is not just cosmetic surgery because I want to look good or whatever. This is for my health. um just That's just pretty much it, I guess. I'm keeping y'all up to date with what's going on with me. Now let me stand up so you can see me. This is me. This is me. See, the boobs are just big. This is me. I'm still at an 1820. Still at an 1820. Oh, shirt. This is me. I'm still at an 1820. And this is all me. So, um, with all that being said, I just want you guys to understand that, um, again, that it is definitely a tremendous lifestyle change. Um, I mean, I couldn't even sit in a seat in an airplane. I had to have an extender when I sat in the airplane. When we left, when we went to the Dominican Republic in May, I was able to sit in the in the airplane chair without an extender. Had plenty of room on both sides. Was able to cross my legs. Was able to move and everything. And I was like, I was all happy and everything. But I'm still not as healthy as I should be. So you guys just remember what I'm telling you, and I promise you I will keep you guys up to date. If I don't do this every, say, I'll give you every couple of weeks. I'm gonna try to post every couple of weeks so we can see what's going on. I'm not gonna keep y'all in limbo anymore. I appreciate all the concerns. I appreciate all the compliments. I appreciate all the where are yous and everything that lets me know it's a lot of love out there, and I really appreciate that. I hope this wasn't a boring video for you. This was just an information video. Something that I really feel like you guys need to know. Something that took me a minute to try to figure out what to say because I was kind of embarrassed for a minute because it was like, wow, I started losing all this weight and now it's like I'm gaining weight. And it was like, what? But it's because I haven't been on track. I mean, I can't blame anybody but myself. And I know that I can't just go run and grab a muffin or grab a Slurpee and my weakness is potato chips. I know I'm rambling all over the place, but I'm just saying things as I think of them. I love barbecue potato chips. The Utz barbecue potato chips with all the barbecue sauce deep down in the ruffles. Oh man, them things are of the devil. Yes, it is. But I love them things. So, I realized, I can't just have a handful because even though you can have like a handful, maybe like 14 of them, and it's only got maybe like 24 carbohydrates or something like that, it's still it's not even worth it. I mean, why even do that to yourself? You know what I mean? Because what is 14 potato chips going to do? You're gonna want to eat the whole daggone bag. So if you eat the whole daggone bag, you just undone it. When you have a gastric sleeve, you're only supposed to be at 2,000. I think it's 2,000 calories a day. You're not supposed to go over 2,000 calories. Some say 1,500. 1,500 calories a day, really? And you really got to count calories. So I started drinking my protein shakes again. My old years, I love them. Those are the only ones I would drink. I'm funny. I don't like no gritty stuff. And that tastes like chocolate milk. It's lactose free. Does not have milk in it at all. But it's very good. Very chocolatey. They got them in cookies and cream. They got them in banana, strawberry, vanilla. But I love the chocolate. So with all that being said, I guess that's it, and I'll see y'all soon. Those of you who know how to hit me up, you do it. For those of you who don't, again, you can hit me up right here on YouTube, or you can hit me up on Facebook. I am Lady Sasha on Facebook. Um, I haven't been on obesityhelp.com in a while, so you probably won't catch me there anymore. But definitely hit me up on Facebook. You can even hit me up on Twitter. I'm at forever underscore Lady Sasha. I will talk to you guys in a couple of weeks. Y'all stay safe and healthy. Peace.